Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone today? I hope I can film this quickly because the dogs are all everywhere and the kids are home and hubby's home. It's really late at night on Friday because, as y'all know, Fridays are my busy day. I went to horse therapy today. It was a little scary because the horse was so tall and I'm really short. And the horse was moving a little bit faster than I like because I was the first morning rider and she wanted to eat food and trot and visit her friends and not really work. So she was not being slow. She was like trotting and it was a little too much for me. But on the other hand, it was really fun and it did loosen up my top body muscles. And I'm not too sore or anything, so I may try it again. I don't know how I feel about it exactly, or if I'm gonna love it. I don't know. I may have to try it a few more times to see. And my kids wanna go too, so we'll see how that goes. I did get to see my grandbaby today, and me and my hubby went out to eat because I was off today. And I picked up the kids from school and just had a busy day. So I finally am able to sit down and film with you guys. I'm in my high priority binder today. So, I have $140 and a bunch of ones. This morning when I went to get out my money, I hit 40 by accident because the sun was in my eye. And I was hoping it would back up, but it didn't. So then I had to take out 100. So I have 140. Normally 100 is my budget, but I have 140. So I didn't want to waste that cash and use it for anything else other than my folders. Alright, I'm going to put 6 in here for my year-long savings challenge for my debt snowball. I'm going to try to be very careful and not mess up because my notes over here are a mess because I changed my mind a few times since I had a little extra money. But that's how my week went. Work did give me a little trouble, but I talked to HR, so hopefully that will be handled. And I did get to see my grandbaby and do my therapy, so I think it was a good week all in all. I got 13 for my debt snowball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. I have so much for my debt snowball, a bigger number because that includes $7 from Amanda Budgets, who sent me Happy Meal. I did take 100 out of here. That's why this is empty, and I put it on my debt snowball. Every $100, I'll try to do that. All right, I have 5 for my month ahead. I had gone to see the grandbaby yesterday, and she was just getting done nursing, so she was waking up, and I really got to spend a lot of time with her eyes open, and she was really focusing on our faces. So she's really learning and doing well and trying to connect faces with voices. But she sees so many faces because my daughter is very lucky that she has such a large support system. Because when I had kids, I had no support system. My mother-in-law and I don't get along well, but not horrible, but we just don't get along well. So I had no support there. And then when her daughter started having children, you know, she was over there, so she kept those children. So I just didn't have much help. But she is a good grandmother. She does treat the kids equally, so I do appreciate that. That's my husband's mother. Okay, I have 15 for my Mary Kay. And then my mother, I'm just not going to get into that, but I had to cut her off because of mental issues. So I really didn't have any support with the children. She really fought me and didn't help me. And my husband did help me, but he also is a man, and then he was working too. Long hours, but to keep us afloat, and we lived on poverty level for many, many years. That's when I started cash stuffing years ago, before cash stuffing was a thing. I had white envelopes and an accordion folder. And what little money we ever did get, like if the kids got money from, you know, birthday or their grandparents or something, we would put it and let them choose which folder they put it in. So that's when I started my cash envelope. And then 3 years ago, I had so much debt I didn't have enough weeks to pay it. So I started looking at Debt Snowball, and Dave Ramsey came up. And after watching a few Dave Ramsey's, cash stuffing came up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a thing now. Oh my gosh, look at these beautiful envelopes and these beautiful trackers. Like, that didn't exist back when I was doing it. So I got interested real quick. And I just binge watched my favorite cash stuffers for about 10 months before I started to do my own channel. Because I told my husband, well, all they're doing is just, you know, doing their budget online. That's what I do every day, every week, right? So I might as well just do it on camera and show people that, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. And he said, sure. So I started. All right, 10 for my child's car. We got a couple more years till we're gonna buy her a car. When she finishes high school and starts college, we will buy her a car. This don't look right. I'm just telling y'all crazy things that don't make no sense today. Sometimes I realize I talk way too much and too fast and don't get to the budget. $1 for Valentine's dinner. I often do that because all the kids are home and they've either made me really anxious right before this video, or I'm trying to hurry because they are home. But they are older. I do tell them I'm about to film. Please don't come in here. So usually I can get it done. But if I start talking really fast and like nonsense, that is why. But I just wanted to tell you how my week went. Seeing the baby and everything, and that my daughter has so much support system. The baby is trying to get used to everyone's face. She turns toward her mama's voice. I have 6 for the fall festival, and she looks really confused. Her little eyebrows look confused when, like, me or her grandpa talked to her, or my daughter's friend was over there today. The baby looks really confused as she's staring in my eyes because she's trying to figure out who this person is holding me. Each one of these ghosts are $2 each. That's $2, $4, $6. So we spent a little time with her today. I asked my daughter to text me when the baby woke up so she could feed her and we could come over while the baby was awake. So we went grocery shopping for our other children while she was breastfeeding, and then as soon as she said she was done, we came right over because the grandpa hadn't got to see the baby with her eyes open yet, so we wanted to do that. I got paid $230 or $40 this week. I can't remember which. I believe it was $230, which is a little bit more than, you know, some of my checks. Shoot, some of my checks barely reach $200, but I was happy about that. Okay, for our Halloween costumes, we have, let's see, $8. So it was a good week. It was, you know, work was stressful. If they would leave me alone, I'd work a lot more, I'm telling you. Work was stressful, but I'm doing it. I'm trying to get this debt down so that one day when I am not able to work, we won't have to worry about debt. Oh gosh, I'm not even counting. I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna say that is $8 that I just messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it is. For you guys that watch very closely, you might be able to tell me if I was correct. But I really gotta slow down. I think this video has turned to poop already because I was chatting too much. But on the playback, hopefully it's good. Oh my gosh, if it's awful, I'm gonna have to reshoot. But $10 for Christmas. I do have a little bit more this week than normal. I normally can just stuff 5 in a lot of things, so I do feel like I'm doing better this week. So I'm trying to slow down and not chit chat and tell y'all useless information like I do sometimes. I have 10 for emergencies instead of 5, so I'm happy about that. So far, this is like our 5th week of the month, so this week wasn't as stressed as the others. We did get to go out to eat, my husband and I, and the baby and horse therapy, and I am off Saturday and Sunday. I do go back to work next week, Monday and so on, so I do get a couple days off with my husband, so that should be nice. He is on call this week. Him and his guy friends take turns on call. I believe I have 10 for treat yourself, and okay. So he may get called into work, but if he does, it's okay because we definitely need the money because tuition is coming up. And 3 paychecks, this one and 2 more, and we'll have tuition. I'll be so glad next year because we only have 2 going to the small private school, so that'll be less money. And we have so much saved that we have saved for tuition that I'm going to put down on it that our payments are going to be really low. So that's going to be less stress next year while we are trying to pay our debt down. And we'll have less tuition to pay and more will go on debt. So that is my long-term goal. It took me 2 years to save a good amount of tuition because every other year I am paying extra tuition. That's the way it works out. I wish I could pay every year extra, but I just don't have that. Like last year, my youngest son's was $350 every month, so I paid enough to make it $300 a month because that is about how much we can handle. Okay. So this year I'll be able to pay more and it will be less than that, maybe just $200 a month. Because that's what I'd like to do, is just work enough to put my money toward tuition and then have just a little bit, left for my envelopes and not all my money be going to debt. Because right now that's what's happening. All my money is going to debt and not tuition or envelopes. And that's just not where I want to be. Okay. 3, 4, 5, and 5. I have 10 for beach. I hope this video turns out good, guys. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to refilm for you guys. And I just don't want to. I'm not feeling good lately, physically, mentally. And then it's just honestly too difficult to do when the kids are home. Okay, now we have 10 for this one. We're completed this one. I will count the money for you guys. We might have a tiny bit over 100 because I'm also doing this scratch off at the same time. So I believe I have 200 in this folder. But we'll see. So I completed 2 challenges today. Let's see what we have here. 220, 30, 35, 40, 240. Okay. My daughter wants to go this year to the beach. I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford it on that budget, right? So we might have to wait till next year. Sometimes it takes me a few years to save. Okay, we're gonna move on up to our next savings challenge, which is this one. $75. Okay. Sometimes I don't like the numbers to be toward the envelope because I'm afraid the ink is gonna come off on my beautiful new envelopes. So, okay. I don't know if I like that there. Oh guys, you guys that watch me know y'all love me and know my struggle. So thank you for the support. I'm just feeling really uncomfortable in this video that I've not done a good job and I have shared too much. Okay, I have 10 for school clothes, which is more than normal. I usually just am able to put 5. My son and I have been deep cleaning the kitchen and living room this week. He's worked really hard. I'm really proud of him. So I'm trying to put money in his shoe envelope and his regular envelope because he wants a nice pair of shoes next year for school because the ones this year are hurting his feet because he's grown so much this year. He really has shot up about a foot, at least 6 inches, and his feet have grown and they're hurting him. But there's only 3 weeks of school left, so if he can get through that, he can wear his Crocs and we'll get him a nice new pair because he deserves it. So I'm gonna have to save my money. Okay, fence fun. Let's see. Okay. I have 20 for that, and I have 5 for that. I'm gonna mark off my 5 here. I'm not gonna mark off my 20. I'm gonna save that for next time because I want to do these bigger ones, these 24s and 23s and 22s. So I'm going to save this here as a placeholder, and the next time I may have some ones so I can finish that. Okay, we did great except for I have some dollars left. And that is a problem. That's why I'm just going to have to reshoot this video. I think this was it. I didn't put a 1 here. Let me look. I may have. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I thought we were going to do great, not mess up. Month ahead. Oh, okay. I have 7 for month ahead and not 5. That's where it is. Yes. Oh, I found it quickly. Okay. Plus, I have my blue marker out here. So, perfect. Okay, so my big raindrops are 3. And my little raindrops are 2. 1, 2. Alright, we figured it out. All of our money is gone. We put $140 and some ones into our budget this week. That's really all of my budget. I put 100 on bills. I pulled out 140 here by accident. I did buy my kid their food after school and they wanted Chinese, and boy has that price has gone up. And that's all I can afford this week. I do have a little bit of padding in my account left, about $36 or so, that I'm going to use for gas. That will get me through a couple days of work, and that's all of my low-income budget this week, guys. I hope my husband gets some call-ins so he'll have a little extra money, but that's what Amanda Budget says. That's all we got. And we got to do the best we can with what we got, because that's all we got, right? All right, guys, I hope y'all had a wonderful week. I hope y'all made your budget stretch. If y'all have a new video and you'd like me to watch it, share it below, because I really just haven't caught up on videos this week. So if y'all put out a new one, let me know. I'll be glad to run through it real quick. Please give me a thumbs up and a little message at the bottom of encouragement. I had an okay week. I don't know why I'm having such a mental day today. Maybe I need a hug and a heart at the bottom. I'll see you guys later, okay? Next week. Bye-bye.